You might think eating sardines is one of the healthiest choices you can make, and it is. But what if I told you that most people, especially older adults, are unknowingly doing it all wrong? You see, sardines are packed with nutrients. They're one of the few affordable foods that support your heart, brain, bones, and muscles, all in one little tin. But here's the catch. If you're not storing them correctly, choosing the right type, or using the parts that matter most, you could be throwing away the very nutrients your body desperately needs. Are you picking the wrong can from the shelf, rinsing away the healthy oils, tossing out the bones, which might be the healthiest part of all? What many seniors don't realize is this. It's not about what's in the sardines. It's about how you treat them. Make sure to watch until the end, because even one of these common mistakes could be draining away nutrition that supports your memory, your strength, and your longevity. How old are you, and where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. And let's see just how many sardine lovers we have tuning in today. Mistake number 10, throwing out the bones. One of the most common and costly mistakes people make with sardines is tossing out the tiny bones. It might seem natural, especially if you've dealt with sharp bones in other types of fish. But sardines are a different story. The canning process softens their bones so much that they become completely edible. In fact, you can barely feel them in your mouth. They blend right into the meat. And here's the big secret. Those bones are one of the most nutritious parts of the fish. Sardine bones are rich in calcium, and not just a little. Just one serving gives you more than a third of your daily calcium needs. That's critical for older adults, especially anyone concerned about bone density, osteoporosis, or muscle function. And it doesn't stop there. These bones also contain vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium more effectively. Together, they form a natural duo that supports your skeletal health, teeth strength, and overall mobility as you age. The sad part is that many people remove the bones without realizing they're throwing away exactly what their body needs to stay strong. And yes, there are boneless sardines available, but those tend to cost more, look more broken up, and offer far less nutritional value. So here's the takeaway. Don't be afraid of the bones. They're soft, safe, and nearly invisible once you start eating. Think of them as a hidden bonus, a natural calcium supplement packed inside one of the most affordable superfoods on the planet. Mistake number 9, choosing water-packed instead of oil-packed sardines. When you're standing in the grocery aisle, trying to make the healthiest choice, it's easy to reach for the water-packed sardines. Fewer calories, lighter taste. It sounds like the better option, right? But this is one of the biggest mistakes people make with sardines. Here's why. Sardines are naturally rich in healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids that protect your heart, reduce inflammation, and support brain health. When packed in oil, those good fats are preserved and enhanced. The oil acts like a natural shield, keeping the fish moist and full of flavor, while preventing those omega-3s from breaking down over time. But water? It doesn't protect the fish at all. In fact, it does the opposite. Sardines packed in water often come out dry, bland, and sometimes even with a metallic aftertaste. That's because water allows oxygen to get in and speed up the oxidation of the fish's natural oils. The result? Less taste, less nutrition, and a much less enjoyable experience. Now, it's true that oil-packed sardines have more calories, but those are the right kind of calories, the ones that fuel your body with nutrients that older adults especially need. And if you choose sardines packed in quality olive oil, you're getting the added benefits of healthy monounsaturated fats as well. So if you want sardines that taste better and do more for your health, skip the water-packed tins. Go for those in olive oil or another healthy oil base. It's a small change that makes a big difference in both nutrition and enjoyment. Mistake number 8, letting opened cans sit too long. Here's a mistake nearly everyone makes, and it's one that silently ruins one of the healthiest foods on your shelf. You open a can of sardines, have a few bites, and think, I'll finish the rest tomorrow. But then tomorrow turns into 2, 3, or even 4 days. And suddenly, what was once a powerful superfood is now a spoiled, nutrition-depleted mess. Unopened, sardines can last for years. But once that seal is broken, the clock starts ticking fast. Exposure to air begins breaking down the delicate omega-3 fats inside, the very nutrients that support your heart, brain, and joints. The oils begin to oxidize, the texture changes, and the taste becomes noticeably off. If they're packed in water, they go bad even faster, sometimes within 24 hours. Oil-packed sardines can last about 2 to 3 days in the fridge. Tomato-packed sardines might last a little longer, up to 4 days, but that's pushing it. Worse, many people leave the fish in the opened can. That's a huge mistake. The metal starts to react with air and the food, creating a strange metallic flavor and speeding up spoilage. Instead, always transfer leftover sardines into a clean glass or BPA-free plastic container with an airtight lid. This keeps them fresh, slows oxidation, and helps preserve flavor and nutrients. And yes, you can freeze sardines, but the texture won't be the same. It becomes softer and a bit mushy. That's why it's best to only open what you'll eat within a couple of days. A little planning goes a long way when it comes to preserving both safety and nutrition. Mistake number 7, ignoring expiration dates and storage rules. Many people believe canned sardines can last forever. And while they do have a long shelf life, they're not immune to time, heat, and poor storage. Leaving them in a hot car, sunny windowsill, or damp pantry can quietly shorten their lifespan and even make them unsafe. Heat and light speed up the breakdown of the healthy fats inside the fish, especially omega-3s. Over time, these fats oxidize, turning the flavor sour and draining the nutrition. Worse, moisture or dents in the can weaken the metal and create tiny breaches. If air sneaks in, bacteria can grow, even in canned goods. Most people also don't realize that sardines packed in acidic sauces like tomato or mustard spoil faster than those in olive oil. So if you have different types at home, rotate them. Eat the acidic ones first and save the oil-packed sardines for long-term storage. Here's a simple tip. Before opening any can, check for dents, bulges, rust, or leaks. If anything looks off, don't risk it. Throw it out. Your health isn't worth gambling over a $2 can. Sardines are one of the most affordable superfoods out there, but only if you store them properly. A little caution now can save you from throwing away an entire pantry later. Before we continue, if you're finding this video helpful so far, would you mind tapping that like button and subscribing to Senior Vital Health? It really helps our small channel reach more older adults who want to eat smarter and stay strong. Also, how's your health been lately? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're enjoying this video and want to show a little support, try clicking the Super Thanks button down below. It's a great way to send a small gift and help us keep making these helpful videos just for you. All right, let's keep going, because the next sardine mistake is one a lot of people make without even realizing it. Mistake number 6, only eating them straight from the can. One of the best things about sardines is that they're ready to eat straight out of the can. No cooking, no fuss, just open, fork, and enjoy. But here's the problem. If you only ever eat them that way, you're not just missing out on flavor, you're missing out on versatility, nutrition, and enjoyment. Let's be honest, plain sardines can get boring quickly. That's one big reason many people try them once and never go back. But sardines are actually one of the most flexible foods you can add to your kitchen. Think of them not as a final dish, but as a flavorful, protein-packed ingredient. Mash them with avocado, olive oil, or a touch of mustard, and spread them on whole grain toast. Add lemon, capers, or chopped red onion for brightness. Stir them into pasta sauce just before serving. They melt into the background while adding healthy fats and deep umami flavor. Or fold them into scrambled eggs with fresh herbs for a Mediterranean-style breakfast. You can even toss sardines into salads, pair them with roasted vegetables, or layer them on crackers for a savory, no-prep snack. And here's the bonus. Combining sardines with fresh veggies, citrus, or whole grains actually helps your body absorb more of the nutrients, like iron and fat-soluble vitamins. It turns a quick bite into a nutritional powerhouse. So don't limit yourself. Sardines are more than just fish in a can. They're a foundation for delicious, healing meals. With a little creativity, they can surprise you. Mistake number 5. Thinking all sardines taste the same. Many people try sardines once, don't like them, and assume all sardines taste the same, fishy, mushy, or too strong. But here's the surprising truth. Sardines are just as diverse in flavor and texture as coffee, cheese, or wine. And that difference starts long before the tin hits your shelf. Sardines from different parts of the world taste completely different. Fish from colder waters like Norway or Portugal often have a firmer bite and a cleaner, brinier flavor. Sardines from warmer waters can be softer, oilier, and richer. Even the time of year they're caught matters. Spring-caught sardines tend to be leaner and milder, while fall-caught sardines are fattier and more flavorful. And don't forget the packing liquid. Sardines stored in extra virgin olive oil tend to be richer and smoother. Ones in tomato sauce offer a tangy, savory bite. Some brands even add spices, mustard, or lemon to bring out entirely new dimensions of flavor. If you tried one can and didn't love it, don't give up. You might have simply picked the wrong style, country, or season for your personal taste. Experiment with different brands and regions. Try Spanish or Mediterranean varieties and pay attention to what they're packed in. That one small change can completely transform your experience. There's a world of flavor inside those little cans. You just have to find the one that fits you. Mistake number 4, pairing sardines with the wrong flavors. Sardines are bold, there's no denying it. Their rich oils and salty intensity make them powerful on the palate, but that boldness is exactly why they need the right supporting cast on your plate. One of the biggest mistakes people make is combining sardines with the wrong flavors, turning a potentially gourmet bite into something heavy or hard to enjoy. The secret is balance. Sardines shine when paired with sharp, fresh, or acidic ingredients that cut through the richness. Lemon juice, vinegar, pickled onions, capers, or fresh tomatoes all bring brightness that lifts the sardines instead of drowning them. A touch of heat, like chili flakes, can also wake up the flavor beautifully. Fresh herbs like parsley, dill, or cilantro offer a clean finish that softens the intensity. These light, zesty partners don't cover up the sardine flavor. They enhance it, making each bite more dynamic and satisfying. What should you avoid? Heavy cream sauces, sugary toppings, or overly buttery sides. These combinations clash with the sardines' natural oiliness and leave your palate feeling weighed down. Imagine sardines in a thick cheese sauce. It might sound indulgent, but in reality, the richness just piles on, creating an overwhelming experience. Instead, go for contrast. A slice of toast with sardines, a squeeze of lemon, a few pickled vegetables, and a sprinkle of herbs can feel like something out of a coastal cafe. It's not just about taste. It's about elevating sardines from fish in a can to a fresh, vibrant, and truly enjoyable meal. Mistake number 3, rinsing away taste and nutrition. This one might come as a surprise, especially if you're trying to be healthier. Rinsing sardines before eating them, whether they're packed in oil, brine, or tomato sauce, is one of the most common mistakes people make. At first glance, it seems logical. Maybe you're trying to remove excess salt, get rid of the oil, or reduce that fishy aroma. But the truth is, rinsing does far more harm than good. See, when sardines are canned, they undergo a process where the fish and the surrounding liquid begin to blend, both in flavor and nutrition. Over time, essential omega-3 fatty acids, fat-soluble vitamins like D and E, and even some protein molecules seep into the liquid. That means when you rinse sardines, you're not just washing away the packing sauce. You're literally rinsing away valuable nutrients. And flavor? That goes down the drain too. Sardines packed in olive oil or tomato sauce develop a rich, mellow taste as they sit. When you rinse them, the delicate balance built up over months disappears, leaving behind a dry, bland, or even metallic taste. Worse, rinsing sardines packed in oil often makes the fish fall apart, ruining the texture and making them unappetizing. If you're worried about sodium, rinsing won't help much either. Most of the salt is already absorbed into the fish during processing. It's not just sitting on the outside. A better approach is to choose low-sodium varieties or simply adjust the rest of your meal to be salt-free. So, instead of washing away the good stuff, embrace it. The oil, the sauce, the brine, they're not the enemy. They're part of what makes sardines so nutritious, flavorful, and satisfying. Mistake number 2, avoiding sardines. Because of fishiness. Let's be honest, the word fishy turns a lot of people off. And sadly, that one word is responsible for keeping many older adults from ever touching sardines. But here's the thing. Sardines are fish. They're supposed to have a bold, ocean-like flavor. The real issue isn't that they're too fishy. It's usually a matter of quality, storage, or pairing. Good sardines should taste fresh, clean, and slightly briny, like a breeze from the sea. If yours taste overwhelmingly strong or unpleasant, they might be past their prime, poorly processed, or simply stored incorrectly. In fact, sardines that taste off are often the result of sitting in heat, air, or poor quality oil for too long. But here's the great news. You can actually soften the flavor with just a few simple tricks. A squeeze of lemon, a splash of vinegar, or a spoonful of fresh tomato sauce cuts through heaviness and brightens the whole dish. Toss in some fresh herbs like parsley, dill, or cilantro, and suddenly that fishiness becomes savory depth. And don't forget, not all sardines are the same. Some are packed in light olive oil, some in tangy mustard or tomato sauce. Some are even smoked for extra richness. Trying a few different brands or varieties can completely change your experience. Over time, your taste buds adapt, and what once felt overwhelming becomes something you crave. So don't give up on sardines because of one bad bite. With the right prep and pairings, you might discover they're not too fishy at all. They're just flavorful. Mistake number 1, throwing away the precious oil. Of all the mistakes people make when eating sardines, this might be the most unfortunate: draining and discarding the oil. That rich, golden liquid inside the can isn't just packing fluid. It's liquid nutrition. It holds some of the best flavors and nutrients that your body needs, especially as you age. When sardines are packed in high-quality oils like extra virgin olive oil, there's a slow infusion that takes place over time. The natural juices from the fish blend with the oil, creating a deeply nutritious mix full of omega-3 fatty acids, fat-soluble vitamins like D and E, and savory flavor compounds. That's not waste, that's a gift. Tossing it down the sink means throwing away part of what makes sardines such a powerful food. Instead, you can use that oil creatively. Try drizzling it over salads or vegetables, stirring it into soups or grains, or even using it to sauté onions and garlic. You can also pour it over warm toast or dip bread into it with a splash of lemon. It's a chef's trick for boosting flavor and nutrition, and it costs you nothing extra. One more tip: if you don't finish the can in one go, that oil will continue to deepen in flavor for a few days in the fridge. Just store it properly in a sealed container, and you've got an instant seasoning base for your next meal. Bottom line, sardine oil isn't something to be thrown out. It's something to be used, appreciated, and savored. Before we wrap up, it's important to say this: while sardines are a nutritional powerhouse, they may not be suitable for everyone. If you have high blood pressure or are sensitive to sodium, be mindful. Many canned sardines contain added salt. Look for low-sodium options and always check the label. If you're dealing with gout or elevated uric acid, sardines may trigger flare-ups due to their purine content. Moderation is key. Likewise, anyone prone to kidney stones should be cautious, especially with frequent intake. And although sardines are low in mercury and generally safe during pregnancy, it's still wise to speak with your healthcare provider, especially if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or managing a chronic condition. This video is for educational purposes only and not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with your doctor or a registered dietitian before making significant changes to your diet, particularly if you have specific health concerns. So there you have it. Sardines truly are one of the most underrated superfoods out there, but only when you handle them the right way. From keeping the bones for calcium, to choosing the right oil-packed variety, to storing leftovers properly and embracing that nutrient-rich oil. Each small habit helps unlock the full potential of these tiny fish. We've also learned that rinsing them strips away flavor and nutrients, that taste varies more than people realize, and that pairing sardines with the right ingredients can completely transform your experience. And of course, knowing who should be cautious makes your choices smarter and safer. The truth is, you don't need to spend a fortune to eat healthy. You just need the right information and the confidence to apply it. Sardines offer heart, brain, and bone support for a fraction of the cost of supplements or fancy health foods. If this video helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe to Senior Vital Health, where we bring simple, powerful, and senior-friendly health advice every single week. And if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to click the Super Thanks button below. It helps us continue creating these helpful videos just for you. Do you eat sardines often? Or do you have a favorite way of preparing them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one and love hearing from you. Thanks for being part of our community. And if you're ready to keep learning, just click on one of the next videos you see on your screen. We'll see you there.